Welcome you to the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for March 3rd, 2022. Roll call, please.
Mr. Margraf.
Here.
Mr. Long.
Here.
Mr. Perez.
Here.
Any conflict of interest?
No, sir.
Okay. Bless you. Approval of minutes of the meetings of February 10th, 2022, February 17th, 2022, and February 24th, 2022.
I'll make a motion to approve all those minutes.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Bid openings, there are none. Matters from department heads and/or their representatives. Last week, we had a brief discussion in regards to a stop sign being placed at 143rd and Cameron. I believe it's close to elementary school.
Couldn't agree more, Mr. President.
I think the board has the authority to grant on a temporary basis, and then once the temporary basis is done, obviously, I think it goes to the city council for approval.
It would need to be
I
codified.
think the board's
accordingly.
inclined to grant the councilman's wishes temporarily for those 90 days.
I couldn't agree more. That we have some latitude when we do stop warrant analysis, that anywhere around a park or a school, and I wish I would have thought of this situation earlier.
I mean, I think last week we didn't know, we wanted to speak to the Corporation Council first just to make certain, and we got word after the meeting, so.
And I did reach out to the councilman. I sent him a message via email to let him know that I couldn't agree more.
Okay.
So I had made a recommendation to the street department.
Okay.
That was a good idea.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion then to temporarily for 90 days place the stop signs at 143rd and Cameron.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anything else? Department heads or their representatives? No? Okay. Jump into correspondence. Item A, correspondence received from Fire Chief Jeffrey Smith, recommending the promotion of Engineer Bradley Sylvester to be promoted to the rank of captain and Private Casey McCluskey be promoted to the rank of engineer, retroactive February 28th, 2022.
Make a motion to approve Chief Smith's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Item B, correspondence received from Dean Button advising that Reith Riley Construction Company will be closing US 41 as well as Exit 3 westbound on ramp between 129th and 131st Street on March 14th, 2022.
So just for clarification, if you recall late last year, Reith Riley was working for the Indiana Toll Road operator, and they had a lane, it was basically a lane closure. The right-hand north and southbound lanes were closed. This will resume. So it's not a one-day full closure, it's only a lane closure, one lane in each direction, and then the on-ramp work. This is just continuing work that couldn't be completed under the last construction season.
So the entry and exit will be
Closed, well, the entry and exit at westbound 3, that will be closed because they have work to do in the on-ramp.
Okay.
But Highway 41 will not be closed. Only the north and southbound right-hand lanes will be restricted or closed, right? So the left-hand lanes will be through like they had been all late last year.
Okay, we'll make a motion then to approve Reith Riley's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item C, correspondence received from Milestone requesting to restrict traffic on the south side of Chicago Street starting March 4th, 2022 for approximately 2 weeks. Additionally, closing Toll, Cameron, Henry, and Torrance Avenue, submitted for approval.
This is Chicago Street Phase 2. Most of these streets have been closed. The board may recall a couple weeks ago we closed Johnson. And so Sheffield, Torrance, and Calumet were the only places to go through in that segment of Chicago. So they're reopening Johnson and closing, and they're requesting to close Torrance for about 2 weeks to do some work. then we'll have to shift this periodically, but we wanted you we wanted to get your permission and to let emergency services know that, that Johnson will be reopened prior to the closing of Torrance.
And who alerts public safety? They will, you will, we will?
I don't have that, I mean,
Okay.
usually if it's an emergency closure, I let the patrol captain know what's going
We
on.
do, okay,
Thank you.
got it. Thank you.
Okay, and I will make a motion then to approve Milestone's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item D, correspondence received from Purdue University Northwest advising they are holding a concert event on April 8th, 2022, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. in their south parking lot, and respectfully request a variance to the City of Hammond noise disturbance statute 97.20 for this event.
So, could you, Mr. President, indicate what portion of Chapter 97 of the ordinance they're requesting?
97.20.
Well, 9720 is the,
Oh,
is the exemption is the exemption portion of the ordinance. And like, in other words, if you want an exemption, how you do that, which used to go to the chief of the air pollution department, which doesn't exist anymore, but I think it was Ron Novak, or maybe it was up in his department. So I think it's landed down here somehow.
Right.
But I was wondering if they indicated what they were requesting an exemption for under the ordinance.
they're holding a concert, south parking lot. They just are asking for that request to the variance, 9720. Hammond Police and Purdue Northwest Police will be present to ensure safety and security. They don't go into any more detail. I mean, we can
Shouldn't.
we can push it for a week to get some due diligence, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, maybe that
Logistically,
Chief
I don't
Long
know.
knows what the, I know they're going, it's a concert till 10, right?
Shaq is going to be there
Yes.
as a DJ, and there's going to be a couple other DJs. He spoke with me about security. He has all his guys there, plus 15 of our guys. So I'm guessing it's just the noise that's going to come from the concert itself.
During that time?
Yeah, during that time, and it won't be the whole time, as Shaq's only going on for an hour, and I think the act before him is an hour, so it's probably 2 of those 4 hours, so.
So
Okay.
you've got the neighborhood to the west, right? Mm-hmm. There's nothing really to the south but
Nothing
the
really to the
Borman.
south, right, yeah.
Because I know that the statute or the ordinance talks about like making a noise disturbance from a car,
Right.
right, which this
The
isn't. This
decibel
is
limit?
Yeah, this is a stationary operation. I'm just wondering, Linda, do you know who asked them to do that? To request an exemption?
No,
That
it
come,
just came in the mail, and then I talked to Brian.
Brian Miller
Brian
made the
Miller.
request.
probably did, okay. I mean, you know, there's definitely there's a, 9720 allows for an exemption. Or 9723 rather, right? Is that what they've cited?
They just said 9720 is what they cited.
Okay. Yeah, and it allows for an exemption. Yes, Dean?
So for construction.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm just supposing that, in my experience with construction, we don't allow a contractor to work after 7 p.m. because of the noise. And so I believe that they just want the extension to be allowed to be noisy after 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. would be my suggestion in this case, but I don't know the ordinance.
Oh, from 6 to 10. From 6 to 10.
Yeah, if it's a time issue, I guess that's one thing. If it's a issue of like
Newly constructed.
something else, I mean, you don't think it's a public safety issue? They've already talked to you?
Yeah, they've already talked to us, we're gonna have 25 officers.
What's the date on it?
April 8th.
Yeah, why don't we just defer it to next week so we can, Linda, maybe you can ask Brian, Chief Miller, because he's the one who wrote the letter, specifically what they're concerned about violating, which part of the ordinance, and then I'm happy we can address it that way.
Okay.
Best, thank you.
Gotta make a motion motion to defer it to next week?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will make a motion to defer that to next week's meeting, which is March 10th, 2022.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye?
Aye. Item E, correspondence received from Ron Novak requesting the approval of the proposed license agreement for property located at the 1200 and 1300 blocks of Lakeview Avenue, submitted for approval.
I believe this is an annual monitoring request on those properties.
Yes.
And I'd request its approval.
The Federated Metals, yeah.
Okay. Make a motion then to approve Mr. Novak's request?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item F, correspondence received from the Whiting Robertsdale Events Coordinator requesting permission to hold the annual Garage Mahal event on Saturday, May 21, 2022, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. with more than 200 residents participating.
This is a yearly thing too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You good?
Mr. Kaline, is this something that you guys have ever been involved with? They needed nothing from you? Let's see. Where's it gonna be? I'm guessing it's in Whiting, right? Wait. Oh, garage sales. No.
Everybody has their garage.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this is not the first time they've done this. May
Okay.
21st, okay.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will make a motion to approve the request for the annual Garage Mahal event.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item G, correspondence received from Corellis Roofing advising that the previously approved request to block the right lane of Holman Avenue in front of the Toll Theater to place a dumpster each morning from 6:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. for approximately 3 weeks was postponed due to the weather and has now been scheduled to start March 8, 2022, submitted for approval.
We okayed it last time, so you're
Yeah.
good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion then to approve the new date for Corellis Roofing.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye?
Aye. Item H, correspondence received from Mark Gordish requesting the approval to convert Waltham Street between Harrison and Blaine to a two-way traffic pattern from March 3rd, 2022 through March 31st, 2022 for the relations of water and sewer mains for the NICT project.
So this is part of the Westlake project that we, the city of Hammond, sewer and water has to be changed and moved. So this was previously approved, but the contractor needs to go further to the east, so it's going to shut down Blaine, which was an outlet for the school, and also Waltham. So we tried to do it where they started going back and forth the other day, and the parents had a difficult time understanding. So this is probably the best way. We sat down and discussed it and looked at different alternatives, and this was the best one. Residents are notified. There's a board there, a message board, and also the last week of, I think it's the 21st, school is going to be out for spring break.
Right.
So I think this will work a lot better.
So they go in off of Harrison, dropping
Correct.
or picking up. They motor around to Blaine, right, and come out to Waltham, right?
Correct.
They're still gonna be able to do that.
Correct.
And at
But
that
Blaine's
point-
going to be shut down.
They can still go south. They can go across Waltham, right?
No. Blaine is going to be shut down. It has to extend further towards the east where their main is, because that's in the right-of-way of NICD, the tracks. So this project is from right-of-way to right-of-way, their right-of-way. So our pipes, water and sewer, will be out of the right-of-way.
So once people pick up their kids from school.
Right.
They come to Waltham, their only alternative is to go back east
Correct.
on Waltham. That's it. They can't go across because
That-
Blaine's closed.
That's correct. And that's why we need to make Waltham two ways, because Waltham's
No, I
way
understand. I
west.
mean, I think we all understand that. I mean, they park cars on both sides of that street. It's going to be an absolute nightmare.
Well, it's a typical street right away.
Yeah.
Like any other street, 31 back to
No, I get
back,
it.
so people are just gonna have
I
to
mean,
go
I know,
slow.
it seems like it's gotta be done.
You want to restrict parking on one side?
Oh, boy, I don't know how we
Yeah,
penalize the
It's a whole new
neighbors, you
can of
know.
worms, yeah, I'd rather just leave it, yeah, if we could.
It's for
at least
3
try it,
weeks.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, they've been notified, right? The
The
neighborhood's been
school's
notified?
been notified, met with the school and so forth, and it just didn't work out with the parents dropping off to try to change their habits, if you will.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, they
I
notified,
know.
they notified us too, and we're
Okay.
trying to help as much as we can, so.
Right, so,
All right, okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Then I will make a request to approve Mr. Gordis' request.
thank you.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item I, correspondence received requesting rental registration hearings.
The 24th? 24th? Okay, I'll make a motion then to set those hearings for March 24th, 2022.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Matters from board members?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. New business. Item A, proposal for professional services for the Clark Field Development with professional services agreement in the amount of $19,650 submitted for approval.
Hi again. This is the beginning of the land redevelopment of the Clark Athletic Fields. So we, the city administration has met with Abbenmarsh. They're an engineering consultant. They have been involved in the project relative to the land swap with the school city of Hammond, where Windridge Park was exchanged for Clark Fields. And so this is the concept of the land plan. They'll sort of lay out alternatives for selection, and then the first step in commencing the development at that location. So we ask for your approval.
And the funding for this is,
ARP. It's American Rescue Plan Act funding was set aside for
okay,
this project. There's a bucket for that.
okay, a bucket, okay.
Okay. We chip in. Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the proposal.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item B, a resolution authorizing the Hammond Police Department by the Hammond Board of Public Works and Safety to transfer ownership of a K-9 to the City of Portage Police Department.
Mr. President, this is a, basically, K-9 are considered personal property, so it basically is just a transfer of personal property from the Hammond Police Department to Portage. We've asked them to adopt an identical resolution that we have here, so I would just direct Linda to check with our city attorney to make sure that we do get the identical resolution from Portage before we finalize this, and so I would request its approval. It's, there's no cost. I believe the police department's transferring the dog to Portage so they can use it there because one of our canine officers retired.
Okay.
So do I need a pending Portage?
No, I would
we
just
could
approve, I would just
it?
approve it, and then, because it does say in there that we are awaiting an identical resolution from Portage.
Okay, then I will make a motion then to approve the resolution.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item C, disposal authorization submitted from the Hammond Police Department. Yeah, don't slough your way through those.
Do not slough my way through this.
Okay.
Okay. I will make a motion to approve the disposal authorizations.
Thank you.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item D, right-of-way permits submitted for approval from an engineering department. Good.
Double, triple thumbs up. Okay, I'll make a motion then to approve the right-of-way permits.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Wait a minute. Oh, plot of Wedgewood Field Edition submitted for approval. Mr. Button.
Plan Commission saw this action Monday night. It's recommended that it's approved by this board. It's part of the customary action that we have for subdivision replatting. We're creating a new two-lot subdivision at Wedgewood, 173rd between Parish and Grant.
Have many baseball practices there with my kids, so yeah.
So if you look at the figure, there used to be an old house there, right on 173rd. That's gone. It's that lot and the lot immediately, well, a portion of the field lot that was immediately to the west of that. So it's not encroaching on that baseball field.
Also, the field stays, but the lots
Yeah.
are up on 173rd
Yeah,
Street.
it's a lot that's sort of created on the northwest corner of that parcel.
That's not entirely, so there, that's true, but there's going, I think if you talk to Mr. Poland, the plan is to have a street go through and then have additional lots. I don't know if that's on that plat or not, but that's going to be the next thing coming. So, yeah, so maybe Dean, I didn't know it was on this plat. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right,
just creates
The one lot?
all right, thank you.
Okay, then I will make a motion to approve the plat for Wedgewood Field Edition.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item F, rental registration for the properties located at 3823 Oak Crest Lane, 2734 Cleveland, 4937 Walnut. Oak Crest Lane?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So Oak Crest Lane, we're here
Oh, he's
for a single-family home for the year of 2021.
perfect, right?
Yeah.
March. There you go.
2021.
So this particular property, it looks like Lake County has it under True Smart Homes Buyers LLC, beginning March 10th of 2021. The only issue that I had is when determining the owner of the property. Lake County has True Smart Homes Buyers LLC. However, the Secretary of State does not show that that LLC exists. There was a temporary reserve name filed for a True Start Home Buyers, but that has since expired. The individuals listed as registered agents all coincide, with the same various LLCs. But that would be my only concern for the property, is that the actual listed owner in accordance with Lake County is not found in any of our records. So therefore, filing rental registrations or issuing permits or anything of the such would be difficult if we can't have a valid owner's LLC listed. As far as rental registration goes, they did take over March 10th of 21, so they only owe for 2021 rental registration. As soon as we can get the ownership figured out, then I guess we can process the documentation needed to register the property.
Ma'am?
Okay, I did bring documentation. I have the settlement HUDs from March, and we just refinanced in January. So the original one was under True Start Home Buyers, so there must have been an error at the county when it said True Smart instead of True Start. And then we refinanced under Reliable Properties, which is now our umbrella for all our rentals. I was here in February. I'm new to the business, as I stated back then, and that we've changed our process. So now every time we purchase, that's part of my purchasing process, is to make sure I get things registered properly. This was pulled out of our file of 21 properties because it was being refinanced and the title changed. So it was overlooked when I was here in February. But
Will those things help you, Nick, what she has right there?
Okay, so they're listed now under Reliable Properties.
Correct.
Yeah, as long as Reliable Properties is an active status with the LLC and recognized as such, then we can change the property ownership to that as long as we have the settlement status.
Is
yeah,
this,
and all the, sorry, all
single-family
the,
home?
yeah.
Single-family home?
And all the business entities were just renewed in February, so
Are
it should be okay.
there other houses owned under Reliable in Hammond?
Yes, we have about 21 of them, which I've
You
paid
aware of
rental
that?
registrations
I
on.
was aware there was a few, not the exact number or addresses.
Okay, and we've had no issue with that company?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. You good then? Okay, then I'll make a motion. So you're satisfied with what you need, Nick?
That's fine.
Okay, then I'll make a motion to waive the late fee for 2021. Ma'am, you can register at the end of today's meeting if you'd like to, if you want to just hang out until we're done.
I appreciate that, thank you.
Thank
I
you.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye?
Aye. Thank you. 2734 Cleveland? Oh, so too fast, bro, sorry.
No, I'm good, no. Go. Nick, you want these back? Yeah, thanks.
So Cleveland, we have a new owner, Ms. Lee, as of March 23rd, 2021. We are here for a single-family home, only for 2021 for this property.
Nothing else? Okay.
Hi, my name is Zhenju Xie, property manager with Pearl Realty. This house was rented on July 9th, 2021. I missed the registration for rental. My mistake, and I missed it. But the tenant moved in July 9th, 2021.
Okay.
Do you own other properties in Hammond, ma'am?
Yeah, I manage other probably about.
A lot?
Yeah.
Per Realty, we've been pretty cooperative.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed this one.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will make a motion then to waive the late fee for 2021. Same thing, ma'am, if you want to wait till today's meeting's over, you can register at a cost of $5.
Yeah, I did already.
You did already?
Yeah, on
She
the,
registered for 2022.
Oh,
After viewing that, if an owner comes in and it's verified that they own the property within the time frame to register, as long as they submit a request to, for an appeal hearing, we will allow them to register for the current year with that request attached, showing that they're going to take care of the previous years.
Okay,
So this is for 2021, so once 2021 is paid, 2022 is taken care of, she'll be all caught up.
okay. Then my motion then is just the waive the late fee.
okay, thank you.
I second.
all those in favor?
Aye?
Aye. Okay, 4937 Walnut. Jeez.
Yeah, ain't it?
This property, we have it under ownership of Mr. Ornelas, is that correct?
Right.
Okay. So Mr. Ornelas registered the property in 2019 for the first time, and then we do not have any rental registrations or documentation on file for 2020 or 2021. So we are here for those 2 years with a single-family home. And then I also show that the Lake County Treasurer has a homestead tax exemption still being claimed on the property. So we would request that Mr. Ornelas complete the homestead update form so we can get that sent to Lake County to adjust that.
Sir?
You're only allowed to claim a homestead tax exemption in the property that you claim as your primary residence. Okay? So any property that has a tenant in it, you have to have that removed through Lake County.
Have there been people living in a home for the past 2 years?
For last 2021, yeah. Last year, there was nobody in it. I just missed the permit. That's all.
What about 2019?
Yeah, he
You
registered
hear, registered 2019.
You just missed 2020?
Right.
2020 and 2021, the 2 years.
Yeah, he just said nobody lived there last year,
Let,
2021?
no, the people live for 6 months.
I believe the water department did
Perfect.
indicate there was usage in
Yeah.
20, which is why we included it on the rental registration request form. Typically, if the property is vacant, though, they can submit a rental affidavit, which is under the exemptions.
Right.
But then as soon as they get a tenant, they have 30 days from the time that lease is signed to register it without penalty.
Okay, do you have the correct, we have a Knox address and we have a Chicago address. Do you know which one is it? Is the owner's address?
Knox.
In Knox, Indiana? We don't show that on file. Lake County has the Walnut address, And then the Chicago, Illinois Avenue F address was pulled off of the 2019 rental registration.
So the Knox address is your correct
Right.
address? Okay,
So yeah, we can get that.
Okay, yep.
okay. So we're going to require him to complete the homestead update form, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, so then I will make a motion then to waive the late fees for 2020 and 2021. And sir, you need to complete the homestead update form also.
Okay.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Sections, you just have to fill this section.
Are there-
And sign and date.
Okay.
Are there any other properties, Nick, that the gentleman owns?
No, not that I was able to
Nothing?
find.
Okay. Okay. Okay, old business, item 10, rental registration for 1323 Sherman Street. Mrs. Kelly, Kelly Brown?
I believe this property had come up last week, and there was a little confusion on where the hearing was being held.
Right.
Ms. Brown has owned the property since 2007. We are here on 2021, a single-family home. Now, on June 25th of 2020, there was a Board of Public Works rental registration appeal hearing held, and the late fees were waived for 2019. So last June, a waiver was applied to the 2019 fees. And so we're just here again for the same thing for 2021.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning. Before I get started, I just want to give the woman here just kudos. She has great compassion. I want to appreciate for getting me back on the schedule. I work out of town a lot because of our company. What we do, we develop property, and I was actually in Fort Wayne this time. And my tenant, who's been there for years, he's an over-the-road truck driver, and I had asked him to pay. So both of us were negligent. We just missed it.
You have any questions? So the only thing, ma'am, is that we try to have as much leniency as we can with this, because we understand that, but this is the second time, and we got to make sure it doesn't continue happening. So I don't know if his responsibility, your responsibility, but ultimately it's yours, of
It is.
course. Do you have any objection, or do you want to?
At any point in time, we could also accept them through the mail. She can mail in the registration form with the money order check, process it, then we send them the receipt and the sticker. So that way we can make sure everybody has an opportunity to register.
She's owned since 2007, and what is your history show,
I
Nick?
showed just last year, the board waived 2019's late fee. So previously, I don't believe there were any issues prior to that, which is why I believe the board waived 2019 for. Given the circumstances with everything that surrounding, 1920, I'm sure, I think everybody was up for an opportunity at that point. Given what everybody's dealing with, so.
What do you think?
Okay.
Apply.
Well, we did last week, right?
Yeah. I think she was appealing that or whatever. Okay, last week, we ruled on this, correct?
Correct.
And then she
Yes.
requested a meeting today?
Yeah, she showed up to City Hall on time. The security guard downstairs, I think, misinterpreted what she was, the hearing, and sent her to Russell Street. And by the time Russell Street indicated that she needed to be here for the rental registration hearing, she got back and the meeting was over. And that's when it was set over for this week. So
Okay, I'm going to make a motion, and I understand that life gets in the way sometimes and we forget stuff, but it's been the policy of the board to extend the courtesy of waiving the fee one time, which we did 2 years ago. So my motion is going to be to apply the late fee this time, as it's the second time we've done this. That's my motion.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
that does it
Thank you. Meeting's open to the public. Anyone here care to speak? Mr. Smith?
Yes, I was able to do a little research during the rental registration hearings about the noise ordinance. And so I think I discovered what Chief Miller wants to do. There's a ordinance, part of the ordinance 97.21B refers to a noise that would travel over property boundaries and things of that nature. So I'm assuming I'm pretty sure that's what would apply. So I think he's just asking for an exception to that ordinance because I assume that the music at this facility or outside is going to travel over property boundaries. So I have no problem recommending the approval of the request to Chief Miller if you want to go back to that part of the agenda, Mr. President. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. Item D?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, then I will I will change my motion.
Withdraw it.
Yeah, I'll withdraw my original motion to set it over to next week's meeting, and I will make another motion to approve Purdue University's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public here to speak? Okay.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.